Hello everybody, Cooper here, and welcome back to another episode of my NBA 2K25 Expansion Franchise. Today we're going to be taking our first look of this year's #1 pick, Junior Justice of the San Antonio Spurs, in game. The Spurs are currently undefeated. We're going up against, the Spurs are going up against the New Orleans Pelicans, I should say. And they've been pretty busy this offseason as well. They've picked up Cason Wallace, Bam Adebayo, they've still got Zion, they've still got Brandon Ingram, and we have a look at the starting lineups here. The Spurs looking completely different from last season where, they didn't make the playoffs in Wemby's rookie season. It's going to be very interesting to see how it all plays out. Very excited to get into this gameplay today. As it's been a little while since I've actually recorded one of these, I was having a few issues with my voice and, I had to delay recording basically for a week, so I do apologize for that. But anyway, getting into today's game, the Pelicans win the tip. Zion going to be running point to start. He drives to the basket. Wemby with the tip, gets it to Bam Adebayo. There's a foul on Jimmy Butler to start, as Bam Adebayo is going to go to the foul line. Bam Adebayo knocks down both his free throws. And it should also be mentioned that we're getting our first look at some of the NBA City jerseys, as there was a bit of a patch in between, this video and the last, as Tyler Hero pulls up for three off the bounce, gets it to go. He's having a very good season playing at point guard so far for the Spurs, averaging around 25 and 5, doing very nicely. Brandon Ingram dishes to Adebayo again, can't get the bucket inside. Wemby gets the rebound. But as I was saying, the City jerseys are into the season now, or into the game now, I should say, as Jonathan Isaac gets the bucket inside off the nice find from Jaden McDaniels. Normally these jerseys are reserved for the NBA Cup, but I thought since, it's the first game back since I've recorded the video, I thought I would include them. As Zion with a nice post fade away just outside the key. Not normally a part of his game that you would normally associate with him. I normally associate sort of the drive and dish, nice strong dunks. Tyler Hero, another pull-up three, misses unfortunately for the Spurs. And it should be said that the Pelicans having a rough time of things in real life at this stage. I think they're 3-14 at the time of recording. Actually, they might be 4-17. It's not good either way. They're on an 8-game losing streak when I looked at things this morning. I sort of checked out of the NBA entirely over the last little week. Just wanted to get a little bit of a break. But anyway, Wemby yet to score in this game, having a little bit of difficulty on Bam Adebayo, who, as we know, is a very capable defender. Tyler Hero pulls up in the mid-range, can't get the jumper to go. Zion secures the rebound. And this is what the Pelicans want. A lot of Zion going downhill. And there's the foul on Jonathan Isaac. Trey Murphy gets the ball off a screen. Finds Brandon Ingram on the perimeter. Zion. We talk about defensive matchups. Jonathan Isaac, a phenomenal defender. Not much of an offensive threat, but a very big body. 6'10", can basically play, 2 through 3. Jaden McDaniel gets inside, gets the bucket to go. And he obviously made second team All-NBA defense last season. Thank you for the ticket for letting me know that. We haven't seen a lot of Junior Justice so far. I don't think he's actually touched the ball, as he and Wemby yet to score. As Wemby, speaking of, gets the steal, running the break, finds McDaniels for three, can't get it to go. That would have been very helpful for the Spurs. Bam Adebayo gives it up to Zion Williamson, who you'd think with the Tyler Hero matchup would just go straight into the paint. Cason Wallace gets the screen from Zion, is now matched up with Jonathan Isaac, which is not what he wants. Zion probably going to have to do another fadeaway here. Does. In and out shot for the Pelicans. And Wemby secures another rebound. And Jonathan Isaac, off the great find from Wemby, gets another bucket to go. And the Spurs suddenly up 3. Jonathan Isaac has the ball on the wing for the Spurs. Finds Wemby in the mid-post. Not long on the shot clock. Bam Adebayo forces him out to the three-point line. Good defense again by Bam Adebayo. Ball finds Murphy in transition. Now, sort of 2 or 3 defenders in and around his vicinity. Got to be careful as Brandon Ingram now being guarded by Justice, who still hasn't touched the ball. We're almost halfway through the quarter. Bam Adebayo. Tough finish over Tyler Hero. The Pelicans now have the lead with just over 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Hero finds Wembanyama, hands off back to Hero. Driving inside, reverse layup, and one! Popovich is happy. Excellent finish by Tyler Hero, and he's going to go to the foul line. And Zion bring the ball up again for the Pelicans. As Brandon Ingram down low, guarded by McDaniels. Trying to body him, can't get it to go. Jonathan Isaac gets the rebound. And I think a part of the Spurs' strategy this offseason was to get a lot of lanky, long defenders to help Wemby and sort of buy into this defensive program that they've got going. Obviously, Popovich, a very good coach, a very experienced coach, 5-time NBA champion, really emphasizes defense. Obviously, had David Robinson a long time anchoring the defense in the early 90s, and then Tim Duncan for 20 years between 97 and 2016. Wemby with the left hand, can't get the shot to go. He's been a little slow offensively so far. And now, as the new generation comes along, the Spurs are hoping that Wemby can anchor their defense for the next 20 years. But he's going to need help. Obviously, he is a one-man defense, but he can't defend a whole team, unfortunately, for the Spurs. Zion misses another jumper. So that's why the Spurs have brought in the likes of Jonathan Isaac and Jaden McDaniels so far this offseason. And there's a lovely little jump hook by Wembanyama. Lead is now back out to 4. 1 for 2 at the line for Zion. And Justice, can he get to the rim? That's where he's strongest. As Isaiah Joe in front of him, a new acquisition for the Pelicans in that Dyson Daniels trade that brought a whole bunch of stuff to the Pelicans, as Christian Wood blows the dunk. I mean, it is Christian Wood, so we do expect that kind of thing to happen. As Isaiah Joe pulls up for 3, he misses on this occasion. Jonathan Isaac already gassed. Junior Justice gets inside, gets his first points of the game. Spurs now up by 5 with just over 2 minutes to go. Zion has a lane to the basket. No foul. A little bit of a soft finish there by Zion. Probably could have gone up a little bit stronger, as Jonathan Isaac trying to go up again. Kicks it out to Trey Jones, who knocks down his first shot, and we have the biggest lead of the game here at 8 points. It should be mentioned that this game is in New Orleans, so you'd expect the Pelicans to come out a little bit stronger, although the Spurs definitely are the stronger team. And the one player that we haven't actually spoken about a great deal today, mainly because he hasn't really done anything so far, as Zion gets the nice lob from the Brandon Ingram dish, is Jimmy Butler. He's the starting power forward for the Spurs. And again, another really strong defensive player, obviously a little bit older. He is likely going to be a free agent at season's end, so we remaining to see what happens with him as Trey Jones goes up at the rim. He's fouled by Jaden Hardy, and he's going to go to the foul line. Jones knocks down both as well, gets it back to an 8-point game. As I was saying about Jimmy Butler, he came across in that Tyler Hero trade with the Spurs and the Heat. So Isaiah Joe takes the long 2, knocks it down. Get a foot behind the line, son. But a whole host of young pieces went off to the Miami Heat draft picks. There was a big 3-team trade. As Junior Justice gets the ball on the perimeter, guarded, I believe that's Trey Murphy, if I'm not mistaken. Justice taking his time in isolation. Looking to get to the rim. Little Euro bucket. Gets it to go. And he's now got 4 on the game. And I'm looking on the ticket, it says, I thought that Lauri Markkanen hit 21 threes in a game. But no, it's a franchise record for the most threes hit in the season. Obviously, we're still very early in the season for the Seattle Supersonics to be breaking franchise records. But basically, because they've not played any games, of course there will be franchise records. As Zion steps out of bounds quite carelessly. And we've got 25 seconds to go in the quarter. 20-second shot clock, remember, so the Pelicans, even though there's not that long left in the quarter, will get a second possession. Tre Jones is going to be leading the offense for the Spurs. Justice is coming off a screen, doesn't get the ball, hands off to Melton. He takes the long two, knocks it down, tough shot. Spurs lead by 10. Isaiah Joe, 5 seconds to go in the quarter. What can he conjure up for the Pelicans? Finds Zion in the mid-range, fades away, knocks it down. And that's might be something that Zion's added in the offseason. Is that little mid-range fadeaway in the post. Anyway, Spurs lead at quarter time. Very good start. Second quarter underway and a fantastic start for the San Antonio Spurs, who are currently undefeated. Should be said, they are 8-0. We did cover it towards the end of the last video. Not so much here as Junior Justice gets to the rim. He is 3 for 3 from the field now. And there's actually a lot of high flyers in this game. Obviously, we've got Zion Williamson. We've got Junior Justice. I wouldn't call Wemby a high flyer, but just for the sake he's 7'4", is just literally high in the sky when he does go to the rim. Zion trying to get inside is fouled by Jonathan Isaac. Second foul on Isaac early. Spurs will probably take him out here. 1 for 2 at the line again for Zion. Having a few issues at the foul line. Obviously not his strong suit, and typically not a good jump shooter, and that generally translates to foul shooting as well. There's a few down screens as well. Ball finds D'Anthony Melton, who unfortunately in real life tore his ACL. He's out for the year, but not so much here. He hits the 3 for the Spurs and extends the lead to 12 points. Good defensive work there by the Spurs. Jonathan Isaac, who is absolutely killing it on the rebound so far. I just remembered I didn't show the stats at quarter time. We'll show them at halftime, obviously. That's what we always do. As Lou Dort concedes the foul there. Again, another piece of that OKC trade that happened during the offseason. Is Tre Jones going to go to the foul line? Another miss at the foul line for the Spurs. 1 for 2 for Jones. There's Rui Hachimura. Again, another piece of that 3 team. Actually, no, I think he was just traded by the Lakers when they were trying to clear up cap space. So that's what was happening. Because Vanderbilt's always also here. I remember. It's been a little while since I've done this. Made these videos, must be said. As Lou Dort gets the bucket inside. It's an 11-point game now. Tyler Hero back in the game. Finds Justice in the mid-range. Finds Charles Bassey down low. Kicks it straight out. Tyler Hero has hit a couple of shots so far. 6 seconds to go on the shot clock. Justice, long 2. In and out. Unfortunately for him, misses his first shot of the game. But I must say, I've been impressed with him so far. As Lou Dort cuts it back to single digits. Tre Jones bringing the ball up for the Spurs. Finds Isaac up top. Justice in the mid-range. Getting to the rims where he's strongest. Converts the and one. Rui Hachimura gets the foul. Spurs up 13 with half a quarter go in the first half. Junior Justice getting to the rim. Athletic finish. It's another and one. Bam Adebayo gets the foul, or is the foulee, I should say. As Justice going back to the foul line, where he is really earning his keep. Getting to the basket, drawing fouls, and converting. When you're young and athletic, that's a good way to make a living. But as he gets older, he'll want to work on his jumper. Unfortunately, he misses the free throw as well after me gassing him up like that. Ingram, who I don't actually think has scored yet, unless I'm mistaken. I really should have looked at the stats at quarter time. I don't know why I didn't. Ingram driving, foot on the line, in and out shot. Wemby gets another rebound. Ball is stripped. I don't know how that happened. I think Wemby just missed the dribble, but he tips it to Tyler Hero, forces the miss. Tre Jones back in the game. Forces a shot over Trey Murphy. Gets it to go. 17-point game to the advantage of the Spurs. And the Pelicans not off to a good start in this game. Coming out of the timeout, Bam Adebayo trying to force a shot over Wemby. That is a terrible idea. Zion getting inside. Another post fade and another rebound to Wemby. He's doing very well so far, and the crowd is booing, and that is not a good sign considering we are only in the first half. Wemby has all the advantage in the world over Trey Murphy and can't get the shot to go. Good defense by Trey Murphy. Cason Wallace getting inside, finds Bam. He doesn't go Bam, but he gets the layup to go. Cuts it back down to 15, so Pelicans by no means out of it, but just, yeah, a little mismatched at this point in time. Trey Jones, with the screen from Wemby, finds him on the perimeter, takes the three, can't get it to go. So a couple of missed shots in a row for Wemby. Trey Murphy secures the rebound, and the ball ends up with Brandon Ingram, and swung around to Trey Murphy. Zion, who's been really locked up by Jonathan Isaac so far. Another post fade. Maybe those first couple that he hit were flukes. I'm not entirely sure. But he's 5 of 14 now. 12 points, 2 assists, 2 turnovers. I'm not exactly sure how many rebounds he has either. Jimmy Butler's in the game. We haven't seen Jimmy Butler for ages. And he doesn't get to the rim. He kicks it out to Wemby. And it's another missed three by the 7'4" Frenchman. And Wemby, 1 for 6. Not great. He knocked down his free throws, which is wonderful. And I'm sure he has a block. He has 2 steals. But offensively has really struggled so far. Cason Wallace has plenty of room. Takes the three. Knocks it down. The Pelicans fans will be happy with that. Coming out of the timeout, the Pelicans trying to get to the basket. They do via Trey Murphy, who's been very good so far in this game. He's been very good defensively. He's done bits on Wemby, and he's done his fair share offensively as well. Where guys like Tyler Hero, where Zion has really struggled. Cason Wallace gets another bucket. But go back to talking about Trey Murphy. You know, Brandon Ingram hasn't shown up. Bam Adebayo, he's not really there for his his offense. But yeah, Brandon Ingram, Zion not having their best games. Trey Murphy, has to be said, has been very good. Wemby with the turnover, trying to find Junior Justice on the back cut. Cason Wallace. That's the 3rd time a Pelicans offensive player has stepped out of bounds in this half. Not great work by them. I'd like to see a little bit more out of Jimmy Butler in this sort of second half as the rest of the game goes on. He hasn't really played a great deal, although he is getting older. We should probably look to preserve him defensively. As Tyler Hero just does whatever he wants, gets his own rebound, gets another bucket. Apart from his turnovers, he's been very good so far as well. But for Jimmy Butler, scoring numbers are down this season, which, you know, with the offensive talent that the Spurs have, is expected, and does have a player option for next year, which I'm expecting he will decline, and will probably sign a longer-term deal with the Spurs as Jimmy Butler secures the rebound. Kicks it to his former Miami Heat teammate Tyler Hero, who pulls up for 3, knocks it down. Tyler Hero, as I said earlier, turnovers aside, has been very good for the Spurs in this first half. Kicks it back to Cason Wallace. Didn't want to take the shot himself. He'll take a 3. He's knocked one down already. Misses, and Wemby gets another rebound. Junior Justice is lurking, and a nice back scratcher slam. With 20 seconds to go in the first half, Spurs are currently up 17 very comfortably against the New Orleans Pelicans so far. And I reckon there's about half a second between game and shot clock. So I dare say this will be the last possession for the Pelicans this half, as I don't know what Brandon Ingram's doing, killing a lot of possession. But knocks down the shot to his credit, and there's 1 second to go. And no percentage buster to end the first half. But the Spurs lead 51-37 at the end of the first half. After not covering the stats at quarter time, which I do apologize for that. Tyler Hero is jointly leading the Spurs in the first half in terms of points. He's got 13, 4, and 2. Does have the 3 turnovers, but has knocked down a couple of threes. He's been very good. Junior Justice has hit 6 of 8 of his shots. He's knocked down some free throws. No rebounds, assists, steals, or blocks to his name. He's just focused on scoring so far, but his on-ball defense has been very impressive. Trey Jones has been very efficient. Has 8 points on 2 shots. He has missed a couple of free throws. Actually, no, he's only missed the 1 free throw, excuse me. DeAnthony Melton has also knocked down a 3. He has 5 points on the game. Jaden McDaniels has done an excellent job on Brandon Ingram. Wemby, as we sort of covered, 1 of 6 on the game so far. 0 for 3 from 3. But 4 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, no blocks. But also has 2 turnovers. So not his best game, but definitely a first half to improve upon. Jonathan Isaac, 4, 9, and 4. Very good. I don't expect a lot out of him. And, it's his first season outside of Orlando. Does have an injury history. So I don't know how much the Spurs are going to get out of him. But if they can get sort of these performances out of him, then, it's certainly something to be happy with. The one thing I am confused about, though, is Jimmy Butler has played 6 minutes in the first half, and I don't believe he has any foul. Oh, he has 1 foul. So that was sort of a similar situation to that of, I think it was Cam Thomas in the last episode for the Nets, but then he went and played really well in the second half. But in terms of the Pelicans, Zion is just chucking away 12 points on 14 shots, 5 of 14 in total, and I think he's 2 of 4 from the foul line. So not great. Also has 2 turnovers. Bam Adebayo, probably been their best player so far. 8 points, 5 boards, 3 of 4 from the field. Doing a really good job on Wemby, has to be said. Cason Wallace, if it wasn't for the 3 turnovers, I'd say he's probably been their best player. He's sort of made up for it with 3 steals on the other end. Just something to keep an eye on. Brandon Ingram's only taken the 3 shots, which is a little surprising. But they're really sort of sharing the love around in terms of the scoring. Much more so, I should say, than the Spurs. The Spurs just shooting much better efficiency from the field, from 3, from the foul line. They're getting everything that they want in the paint. 30 points to 14 in the paint is just killer. And they're also scoring on the fast break, second chance points via the offensive rebounds. I know Tyler Hero had one of those. But yeah, the Pelicans, to be fair, do have 5 steals, but 3 dumb turnovers just by stepping out of bounds. That's really inexcusable. It's just dumb. But this biggest lead is 17. The Spurs will want to get back to that. Pelicans, they're at home. They're only 14 points away. Could go either way, but the Spurs obviously want to stay undefeated. I believe the Pelicans are 3 and 4 in the season, so they're looking to sort of enter 500 territory once again. Let's get back into this second half. Kicking off the second half, going to be having this Spurs bring the ball up. The ball is in the hands of the number 1 draft pick, Junior Justice. I thought he was going to go to Tyler Hero, but he tricked me out. Wemby has the ball in the high post, and he's just hanging on to it. He'll force up the jumper, can't get it to go, and Trey Murphy saves it from going out of bounds. Not a great first possession of the half by the Spurs, but I can't argue with their methods. They've been pretty efficient so far. Jaden McDaniels forces Ingram into a post fade. He misses, and Jimmy Butler, who, as we covered, only played the 6 minutes in the first half due to foul trouble. I can only assume that's the reason. Tyler Hero pull up mid-range. Misses. Cason Wallace ends up with the ball. Tyler Hero is sort of an interesting case study. I don't know if he's the long-term point guard for the Spurs, as Trey Murphy knocks down another 3. But he might be very good 6-man material. I think he's won 6-man of the year before, as that is an excellent find. Junior Justice on the backdoor cut gets another basket. He's got 15 now. But if the Spurs, hypothetically in the offseason, were to draft another point guard, Tyler Hero could move to the bench and be a really energetic sort of 6-man kind of guy. Or they can make a trade. They've got plenty of draft picks. Wemby with a hard foul. It'd be very interesting to see what the Spurs can do, because I believe they still have some draft picks. Junior Justice coming off the screen, takes the 3, wide open, knocks it down. Brandon Ingram, guarded very closely by Jaden McDaniels. Puts in a little bit of work dribbling. Can't get into the paint. Zion, long 2, knocks it down. Bit of a lucky bounce, to be honest, but he's now got 14. Looking to bring the Pelicans back into it. But they've got to stop Justice, they've got to stop Hero, and they've got to stop Wemby. Jimmy Butler gets fouled, gets his first points of the ball game. It's another foul on his former teammate, Bam Adebayo. That is not something I even considered before picking this team, or this matchup for the video, I should say. And I don't remember if I said it towards the start of the video, but we're actually doing 2 matches today. And I did mention it towards the back end of the last video, but as I said, don't know if I mentioned it today. But the second matchup will be OKC Portland Trailblazers. So I'm very excited for that next matchup. So if you want to obviously stick around and watch after this match is done, you're obviously more than welcome to. Obviously it is a long video, so I don't expect everybody to watch it in one sitting, but I'm more than happy to people to come back, sit down, watch a bit, come back. I know I do that with videos all the time that are a bit longer, so I totally understand. But as we talk about the OKC Portland game, you know, Portland drafted Zachary Reese-Archet and Alex Sarr in the offseason. They also picked up Tyler Smith and Johnny Furphy in the late first round. Junior Justice gets his own rebound. And OKC obviously traded Josh Giddey and the 13th pick for the rights to A.J. Dunston, the 3rd overall pick, who is a very good center, is a big body. Wemby now has a 3rd foul. Bam Adebayo going back to the foul line. And you'd have to say that Bam Adebayo has had the best of Wemby so far. But A.J. Dunston, just in his early career so far, averaging around 24 and 13. He's an undersized big, undersized center. He's around only 6'8", 6'7", but he's over 300 pounds, and that is not fat. That is pure muscle. As Jaden McDaniels pulls up for 3, can't get it to go. McDaniels knocks down both free throws. Brandon Ingram in the low post gets the bucket to go, finally getting some points on the board. Obviously hit that 3 right before half time. But apart from that, hasn't done a great deal. Jimmy Butler, a capable scorer, 20 points a game scorer for many years when he was the #1 option. You know, first in Chicago, then I don't really think he was ever the #1 option in Minnesota. And then was never the #1 option in Philadelphia. But basically in Chicago and Miami, was a 20-point per game scorer for many years. Cason Wallace off the dribble, takes another 3. Misses again. Junior Justice gets the rebound. Gives it up to Tyler Hero. Doesn't get inside the paint. Jaden McDaniels gets the screen from Jonathan Isaac. That is a very lanky pick and roll, but it works. Ingram gets the foul. McDaniels, can he knock down the free throw? Yes, he does. It's now back out to a 17-point game, the equal highest lead of the game. And the Pelicans really struggling to get points on the board. They haven't even crossed over 50 yet. And we are over halfway through the 3rd quarter. And then Jonathan Isaac forces the turnover. Great hands. As Trey Jones gets inside it. I thought for a millisecond, I was like, is there going to be a lob to Junior Justice off the backboard? But no, it didn't happen. 19-point game. And I was really hoping that the Pelicans would show a little bit of life in this second half. But at this stage, it's just not looking like it's going to happen. So Isaiah Joe back in the game. We haven't seen a lot of Isaiah Joe so far. Active hands again on the perimeter. Jaden McDaniels trying to chase the ball down, but now the Pelicans have 2 and a bit seconds to go the full length of the court to get a basket. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. Let's find out. Ingram from the opposite foul line. Oh my God, no way! Oh my God. Get stuffed? Oh, I gotta clip that. Justice in the meantime gets inside, misses the layup off his own offensive rebound. I mean, first and foremost, there was Ben Simmons hitting a 3 in the FIBA game, but now this? That is outrageous. Maybe that's just what the Pelicans need to get back into the game. Back down to a 14-point margin. I'm literally gobsmacked. Jimmy Butler off the dribble, drives left on Zion, gets to the basket. Brandon Ingram again gets inside, misses the layup. Jaden McDaniels gets the rebound Jimmy is running the lane. Junior Justice in the corner. Jaden McDaniels, that's a lot of J's. Gets the and one. Zion fouls. McDaniels going back to the foul line. Coming out of the timeout, Trey Jones just working over Isaiah Joe. Trying to get into the paint. Opts to bring the ball back out. Jonathan Isaac with the screen. Trey Jones, little shot over Vanderbilt. Isaac gets the rebound. D'Anthony Melton finds Jones. Knocks down another three. Finds Justice, who goes baseline. Little mid-range jumper in and out, unfortunately for him. Hashimura guarded closely by Jimmy. He's at the right elbow. Can't get anything to go at this stage. Lou Dort driving left. Junior Justice locking up very nicely. Isaiah Joe is just going to have to force up a shot here. Misses. Jimmy Butler gets the rebound. Less than a minute to go in the third. Trey Jones. What is he doing? I don't know what he's doing. Jimmy Butler driving left on Hashimura again. Nice hands by Hashimura. Gets the block. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Still a 19-point game. You know, the Pelicans not showing any signs of life at this stage, but crazier things have happened. Brandon Ingram, little push off, gets inside. He's starting to heat up now. I think he's made at least 2 or 3 3-pointers so far. You now have one final, well, the shot clock's gone at least, but Trey Jones just soaking up a bit of time. Junior Justice, 4 seconds to go. Forces up a shot with his left hand. It's good! Bounces around at the rim. Justice. So good. Looking at the stats for the Spurs, Junior Justice leading the way. 22 points on the game. 2 boards in that quarter. 10 of 15. 1 of 1 from deep. But it's been very good sort of in the absence of Wemby, who's only got the 4 points. 1 of 7 from the field. Trey Jones, little spark plug off the bench. Surprising. 4 of 5 from the field. 13 points, has got a rebound in 14 minutes. Tyler Hero, don't think he scored that quarter. He's 5 for 12 in the game so far. Jaden McDaniels having a very good game, both offensively and defensively. Jimmy Butler started to come alive a little bit in that quarter. Jonathan Isaac has 11 boards, which seems high, but at the same time seems kind of right as well. Bam Adebayo definitely been the best player for the Pelicans so far. Zion only had the 1 extra bucket that quarter. Brandon Ingram starting to come alive a little bit. Hit a handful of threes. Does have the 1 turnover. Has a couple of assists to his name. Knocked down about half his shots. Trey Murphy's also been very good, as has Cason Wallace. But apart from a select few, it's been pretty bleak for the Pelicans so far. Final quarter underway for this early season matchup. And it looks like a few Pelicans fans have already left if we have a look at the stands. Looking pretty empty at this point in time. Isaiah Joe just dribbling out the shot clock. Kicks it to Hachimura. A bit of a grenade. Misses. And the Spurs on this possession have the chance to get a 20-point lead. Tyler Hero trying to get inside. Can't. Ball ends up with D'Anthony Melton. Jonathan Isaac at the top of the key. Can't get it to go. Lou Dort gets the rebound. He has the mismatch on Tyler Hero, so if he wanted to, could force his way inside. But instead gives it to Zion, who's got the matchup with Jonathan Isaac, who's done such a good job in this matchup. Isaiah Joe knocks the jumper down. Zion's like, here, I don't want to shoot it. You take it. Wemby bringing the ball up for the Spurs. Finds Tyler Hero. Gives it to Trey Jones. Screen set by Wemby. Wemby finds his way to the corner, where he launches a 3. Knocks it down. Wemby gets it to a 20-point or 22-point lead. And Wemby has doubled his scoring output just in this first 2.5 minutes of the quarter alone. As Isaiah Joe gets those 3 points right back. Jonathan Isaac gives it up to D'Anthony Melton, who has the bigger defender, Hashimura, on him. Isaac down low on Isaiah Joe. Hero for 3. A lot of rhyming there. Back out to a 22-point game. Zion trying to break down Jonathan Isaac once again, doing every move he has in his bag. And Isaac's like, I'll just give you this one. I'll hack you. That's his 4th foul. Zion's going back to the foul line. I think, as I said, Jonathan Isaac just felt sorry for him and just bailed him out. Isaac going to the bench. Jimmy Butler, Justice. And I think that's Jaden McDaniels checking back in. As Williamson looking to knock down another free throw. Can't, unfortunately, for his sake. He's missed another one. Trey Jones been given a bit of a bigger responsibility in this second half. Gets inside, gets the N1 to go. Cason Wallace with the foul. Back out to a 23-point lead. I think that's the biggest of the game with a chance to get it to 24. And he knocks it down. Brandon Ingram also back in the game for the Pelicans. After a very good third quarter, to at least make the scoreboard respectable, they'll need him to do something. Cason Wallace was wide open. I'm surprised he didn't let it go. Bam Adebayo covered by Isaac. Misses the 3. McDaniels gets the rebound. And he's running the break. Now finds Isaac. That's a foul on Bam Adebayo. That was a bit of a silly foul because there's no chance of him really scoring there. Just a very static offensive performance by the Pelicans so far. Isaiah Joe misses another 3. As the ball ends up with Jaden McDaniels. Jimmy Butler in the mid-range, where he likes to operate, just posting up Zion. Not afraid at all. And gets fouled. Zion not happy. But Jimmy Butler going back to the line. 27-point game now for the Spurs. Very comfortable lead at this point of the game. Cason Wallace had it down low, chose to dish it out to Bam Adebayo. And he gets a rare bucket. When I say rare bucket, he has 17 points. I don't know why I said that's a rare bucket. But it looks like the Spurs have sort of said, yep, game over, because Gordon Hayward's in the game. And I think I saw somebody else that sort of makes me think this is kind of blowout territory. Jimmy Butler converts the and one. Zion is just unhappy. He might be lining up for a tech. He converts the free throw, and it was my good friends Christian Wood and Doug McDermott who have checked into the game that made me think it's now blowout territory. So all the starters, bar Jimmy Butler, are now done. Zion just trying to post up everybody at this point. He's like, I don't care. I'm going to take every shot. As Doug McBuckets gets his rebound. Got to be his first rebounder of his career. He's basically, he runs three-point line to three-point line. He doesn't do anything else. Christian Wood, do not take that shot. That is not your job. D'Anthony Melton in the mid-range. Misses. Ingram gets the rebound. 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Zion gives it up to Bam Adebayo. Finds Trey Murphy. And they've still got the starters in, so maybe they're just looking to get some extra minutes into these guys. Christian Wood guarding Zion on the perimeter. Fading. Another missed jumper. And you have to say Zion not having his best game. I think that's putting it politely. Jimmy Butler just looking to break down Zion. Does. Gets inside. Zion is out of here. Jimmy Butler knocks down both his free throws. Zion is now fouled out. He is done for today. Must admit, kind of saw it coming. But anyway, Brandon Ingram, that's a great find to Bam Adebayo. Could Bam Adebayo close in on 20 points? It's a possibility, remains to be seen. But the crowd are happy. They weren't too happy in the first half, and you know there's not much of them here, but the ones that are still here are still very happy and cheering, which you do like to see. Jimmy Butler has a lot of space. Brandon Ingram does well to close out. Davis Bertans coming to set the screen. Jimmy Butler going to get right to the rim. Draws another foul. That's another and one to Jimmy Butler. Less than a minute to go now, and the Spurs are just doing a very nice job controlling the game. Jimmy Butler pulls up in the mid-range, knocks down another jumper, gets it back to a 30-point margin. And with just over 40 seconds to go, you'd think everyone that's out there just Just pad your stats is basically what I'm trying to say. There's nothing to gain. Don't do anything stupid. Don't get injured. If you have a Christmas bonus, try and earn it. As Bam Adebayo gets inside, and Trey Jones dribbling the ball up for the last time you would expect for the Spurs today. Ball ends up with Corey Joseph. We are really diving into the back end of the bench. Gordon Hayward getting inside. He gets the layup, the old man. White men can jump. Not very far, but they can. Cason Wallace chooses not to shoot, but it's a blowout in New Orleans. 106 plays 76. We'll have a look at the stats and then we'll meet up. I think it's in Oklahoma City. I accidentally skipped past the player of the game, so I'm going to split it between Bam Adebayo and Junior Justice. I think that's only fair. Anyway, Bam Adebayo ended up with a 20 and 10. He was very, very good for a rare basket scorer. I don't know why I said that earlier. But Zion, 6 for 21. Not good at all. Brandon Ingram ended up with 4 threes. I think he had 13 points in the second half. He was, had a good second half. Was not good in the first half. Isaiah Joe wasn't too bad. Cason Wallace was good in bits, but could have been a bit more efficient. Trey Murphy hit a nice 3, as did Lou Dort. But as I said, Junior Justice, probably the best player for the Spurs today. Wemby sort of hit a couple of buckets in the last quarter. Jimmy Butler ended up with 17, which is surprising considering he only played 6 minutes in the first half. To end up with 17 is quite surprising, as I said, but a lot of those were free throws. 7 to 7 from the foul line, just drawing and ones, getting all the buckets. Tyler Hero was very okay. Very okay. He hit 3 threes, had 3 turnovers. Wasn't too bad. Trey Jones, really good off the bench. Really happy with how he played. But Jonathan Isaac and Jaden McDaniels, really good defensively. I cannot emphasize how impressed I was with them today. And then lastly, at the team stats, we've got 106 plays 76. The Spurs shot 56% from the field, 8 for 17 from the foul line. The Pelicans actually took more threes, which I must admit wasn't expecting that. But for the free throw count, 20 out of 23 for the Spurs compared to 10 for 13 for the Pelicans. Just absolutely crushed it. Really good job. Points in the paint, fast break points, second chance points. Just absolutely crushed it, as I said. The points off of turnovers, could have been a little better, for the Pelicans. They conceded 5 turnovers. They forced 5 turnovers, but only scored 2 points off of those turnovers, whereas the Spurs forced 6, but scored 8. So, what can you do? But the biggest lead of 31 ended up being a 30-point win for the Spurs, and they go to 9-0 on the season. The Pelicans drop to 3-5. We'll have a quick look at the standings now before we head into the OKC Trailblazers game. But very impressed from the Spurs, as I said. So now that we've completed the Spurs-Pelicans game, we are going to skip forward to the Thunder Trailblazers, which is actually an NBA Cup game, which is very exciting. The Thunder win their previous game, which is also an NBA Cup game, against the Rockets. We'll have a quick look at the standings, as I said. If we have a look in the Western Conference, the Spurs 9-0, Dallas 6-1, Sacramento 6-2, Houston previously 6-1, they're now 6-2. The Venom, surprisingly, 5-3. Is there any big surprises? The Austin Bullets, not a big surprise, but the big surprise still is that Denver lost again. They're 0-7 to start the season. The Lakers get a win. The Supersonics, they're 2-4, so not terrible. If we have a look at the Eastern Conference, I just realized that today's video is quite Western Conference orientated, but there's a lot of teams at the top of the East that are doing very, very well. But as we get further down, the big surprise for me is the Charlotte Hornets. They've lost 3 in a row. They're 3-5 currently. I thought they'd be a little bit better. They do have their picks, so it's not, too worrisome. But the Pelicans, they're 4-4, not 3-5. So they were 4-3 previously. Philadelphia, who obviously did quite a lot of business in the offseason, as did Brooklyn. Detroit, largely the same team, just with a few minor changes. They're 6-0. Boston's also undefeated Indiana's 7-2, New York's 5-1, Cleveland 5-2, and they're the 7th seed. So very interesting to see how this will play out. NBA Cup game, Oklahoma City versus the Portland Trail Blazers in OKC is up next. Second game of today's episode is now here. OKC, Portland. Portland currently 3-4. OKC 5-3. And more importantly, it is an NBA Cup fixture. As we have a look at the power rankings on the left-hand side, the Spurs move to 10-0. The Brooklyn Nets 8-1. Detroit undefeated at 7-0. And then the Celtics and the Sixers round out the top 5. Bradley Beal going to be starting at the 1, Shaedon Sharpe at the 2, Risa Shea, Washington, and Alex Sarr make up the rest of the Trailblazers lineup. And then for the Thunder, we've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Dyson Daniels, J-Dub, Chet Holmgren, and the number 3 overall pick, A.J. Dunston, playing the center position. As we can see, just with him standing next to Alex Sarr, quite a large height mismatch. But obviously, Alex Sarr is, I think he's 7'1". So there is, a lot of height difference there. As Bradley Beal gets the first 3 of the ball game. But A.J. Dunston does his work in the paint. He's not a jump shooter by any means. And I'm very excited to see what he can produce in this game today. But obviously, we've also got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the game. Speaking of which, he gets the and one. Alex Sarr not happy about it. He gets his first basket to go, and Time Lord checks in for Alex Sarr, who's going to come out due to it being fouled. Shai knocks down the free throw to tie the game up at 3 apiece. Bradley Beal bringing the ball up. And I think he'll probably find a new home before the season ends as well. He probably won't want to be playing for this rebuilding Blazers team. He'll want to be playing for a contender, as Risa Shea and Alex Sarr are going to be leading the way, along with Shaedon Sharpe. And that's a really good defensive play there by Chet Holmgren. And the Thunder, although they've gotten off to a little bit of a slow start, I think they'll come good by the time the season is done. As Dyson Daniels gets inside, can't finish strong at the rim as Shaedon Sharpe gets the rebound. The very athletic Shaedon Sharpe. Very similar kind of player to Junior Justice, it has to be said. Sort of athletic, very bouncy, very good defender. Jump shot not the strongest, but that'll be something that he works on as Zachary Risa Shea knocks down the mid-range jumper, averaging just under 15 points a game to start his first NBA season. And obviously with Bradley Beal in the starting lineup, that means that Scoot Henderson, the top 3 pick from last year's draft, is now the 6th man of this Portland team, and he hasn't had a great start to his second season in the NBA. As Chet Holmgren fouls Time Lord, who's going to shoot some free throws. Just the one at the foul line for Time Lord. As Aaron Wiggins drives to the basket, can't get it to go on the other end. But Chet out of the game for now, so the Thunder going to be leading on A.J. Dunston to provide buckets in the paint. Although Chet is more of a perimeter threat. And Risa Shea gets the ball that was deflected by Dyson Daniels, finishes strong in the paint, and the Blazers have an early 5-point lead. The French national team is just going to be a wonder to watch with, Wemby, Alex Sarr, Risa Shea, Koulibaly on the Wizards. There's just a lot of guys. And speaking of young talent, A.J. Dunston gets his first bucket of the ball game. And you can just see how solid he is built. It looks like there's a high-scoring game between the Knicks and the Hornets on the ticker there. I think it was 159-117 in favor of the Knicks. As Bradley Beal looking to get inside, can't get the bucket to go, gets another rebound, gets the and one. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander now concedes the foul. So quite a few fouls early in this one. And Herb Jones checks in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Free throw is made by Bradley Beal, and Dyson Daniels is going to be playing point guard minutes in place of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. A.J. Dunston gets inside, just bullies Time Lord. And even though he's young, he's solid. He's really solid. So he can, bully, experienced defenders like Robert Williams and not have too many problems. But the Thunder still down 4. Shaedon Sharpe looking to get inside. Herb Jones fouls. So a lot of fouls early for both teams so far. J-Dub yet to score, I believe. Dyson Daniels for 3, knocks it down. Brings the Thunder back within a basket. As Dyson Daniels, really impressive defender. The Great Barrier Thief, as he is now known. Zachary Rees-Sachet on the back cut. Good find by Time Lord. And Rees-Sachet pumping the guns. I think he's got 7 to start the game. Ball finds Rees-Sachet. He's at the elbow, driving on Wiggins. Little mid-range fadeaway. Lucky bounce goes in. He now has 8, 4 of 5 shooting on the game so far. And the Blazers have a 7-point lead with over 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Aaron Wiggins driving, can't find Dunston. Good hands by Rees-Sachet. Gives it up to Sharpe. Williams at the top of the key. Spacing is not that good for the Blazers so far. That's actually a great find by Bradley Beal. And another rebound for Dunston. Ball finds Herb Jones, who, 3-and-D player. Turns the ball over. Not a great play there. But yeah, Herb Jones not a prolific scorer. A Sharpe getting baseline. Blocked by Dunston. J-Dub is out. He is by himself. Should get an easy basket. He's chased down by P.J. Washington, who stopped the possession. Bradley Beal goes baseline. Another really good defensive play, this time by Aaron Wiggins. Herb Jones trying to get inside. Can't. Ball finds Dunston on the elbow. Hands off to Dyson Daniels. Gives it up to J-Dub. Herb Jones for 3. No. He's trying to get by Shaedon Sharpe. Puts up a mid-range. Knocks it down. Finally ends a scoreless run for both teams. Bradley Beal trying to get to the basket. Dyson Daniels doing a very good job keeping him out of the paint. He switched on to J-Dub. Flicks it behind his back. Shaedon Sharpe fading for 3. Misses. Wiggins gets the rebound. He's got a couple of options. Finds J-Dub down low. Puts the slam down. Cuts it back to 1 basket possession. And although the Blazers don't have, a real true point guard, obviously they have Bradley Beal starting at the 1 at this point in time, it'll be something that they look to possess as, this career goes on. Josh Green's also checked in for the first time, as has Scoot Henderson. Speaking of point guards, he has not had a good start to his sophomore campaign. Aaron Wiggins stopped by Josh Green on the outlet. Dunston has a big mismatch down low. Finds Westbrook on the back cut. Ball can't go in. And we have not seen Westbrook in a Thunder uniform for many years. Knocks down the second as well. 1-point game. With just over 2.5 minutes to go in the first. And Scoot Henderson sort of... I suppose if Russell Westbrook's the Mr. Miyagi, then Scoot Henderson's the... I can't remember the Karate Kid's name, but he is the Karate Kid. LaRusso. Is it Danny LaRusso or Johnny? Johnny's the other guy. I can't remember. Anyway, Scoot Henderson misses the 3. J-Dub gets the rebound. Ball finds Westbrook on the perimeter. Gives it up to Dunston. Swings it to J-Dub. Herb Jones coming off a screen. He's way too deep to shoot. Finds Williams. Guarded by Williams again. So the double Williams setup. Misses the 3. Kamara, another Frenchman, checked into the game. Scoot Henderson inside. Extends it back to a 3-point game. Scoot Henderson driving baseline. And that's what makes him so dangerous. That athletic ability. Just jump out of the gym, being able to finish in the air. That's what makes him so special. J-Dub gets inside the paint, finishes strong. P.J. Washington is the man who fouls. And Chris Murray's going to check in for P.J. Washington. As J-Dub is going to look to knock down the free throw, convert the and 1. Which he doesn't do, unfortunately. So there's been a few missed free throws, just as we saw in the opening game in today's video. Chris Murray misses his first shot. Westbrook almost slips over after he got the rebound. Wiggins in the corner gets blocked by Time Lord. Great defense. Brilliant closeout. Just waiting for someone to present themselves. Chris Murray finds it. He's way too far out to shoot. Scoot Henderson, he'll shoot. Knocks down the three. Now a 5-point game in favor of the Blazers. And Scoot Henderson, must say, he's been very impressive in this game so far. Kamara ends up with it on the perimeter. Kevin Love's also checked in. Forgot to mention earlier. Josh Green finds Scoot Henderson. Time Lord sets a screen. Long two by Scoot. And he knocks it down again. Portland up 7. 15 seconds to play in the first quarter. J-Dub trying to set up the offense. 5 seconds to go. Actually, no, he doesn't take the long two. Kicks it to Kevin Love. Stretch big man of my beloved Cavaliers knocks down the three. Brings it to a 4-point game to close the first quarter. Unlike our first game of today, I will show you the stats at quarter time. Scoot Henderson leading the way for all scorers off the bench with 9 points in 4 minutes. 4 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from deep. Zachary Rees-Archet has also been very good. 8 points in just 7 minutes with a board to his name as well. 4 of 5 from the field. Bradley Beal knocked down in 3, 2 of 5 from the field. Shaden Sharp has a handful of rebounds to his name. He's knocked down both his free throws, but yet to make a field goal. And Time Lord doing a little bit of everything for the Blazers so far. But A.J. Dunston leading the way for the Thunder. Only has the 5 points, 3 rebounds and a block so far. But he's been very efficient. 2 of 3 from the field. I think he's 1 for 2 from the foul line. J-Dub's also been very good. Kevin Love knocked down a 3, as did Dyson Daniels. There's a bit of foul trouble going around in this game so far, and both teams being very conservative with the minutes, and obviously don't want to get too many fouls on too many players this early in the game, but I expect we'll see more of Shea and Chet and Alex Sarr as the rest of the game goes on. Second quarter now underway as Herb Jones going to be running point. Gets to the rim, gets the basket. I must say, I didn't know he had that in his game. I thought he was just a 3-and-D guy, but good to see he can go off the dribble with a solid defender in front of him. Scoot Henderson trying to get inside. He's been very good so far. Misses that little floater over 2 defenders. Westbrook finds Herb Jones once again, covered by Josh Green. Westbrook doing the pick and roll with Kevin Love, something they did together at UCLA. Obviously former college teammates. Westbrook trying to get Scoot in the air, can't. Scoot does the wise thing, stays on the ground. He's eventually picked up in the mid-range by Aaron Wiggins. Didn't want to take the shot. Kevin Love, that's a bad pass. Gives it up, finds Aaron Wiggins. J-Dub's on the back door, gets inside, blows the dunk. Gets his own rebound. But the second opportunity goes in. And our scores are now tied. A couple of shots so far. Westbrook turns the ball over. I'm not exactly sure what he was doing there. Ball finds Scoot once again. This time picked up by J-Dub. Josh Green ends up with the ball outside the 3-point line. Kamara sets the screen. Green. Oh, I am all over the shop with this commentary. Scoot Henderson knocks down another 3 though. Kevin Love inbounds the ball to Herb Jones. Chet Holmgren back in the game. And Kelly Oubre Jr. has checked into the game for the first time today. Knocks down his first shot from 3. Josh Green facing his fellow Aussies, stripped by Dyson Daniels. However, can't get to the rim. Good defense. Good recovery defense by Josh Green. Ball finds Chet Holmgren. Spin move on Time Lord. Gets inside. And the Thunder have the lead. For what feels like the first time today. Scoot Henderson, although has been good off the bench, going to try and do a little bit more to provide the Blazers the lead again. Ball finds Jabari Walker in the corner. He drives right. Is fouled by Kelly Oubre. Thunder are probably lucky that that wasn't on Chet. One goes down, one goes in and out. And the Thunder get the rebound. Kelly Oubre getting inside. He has another bucket. Quick 5 for Kelly Oubre. And speaking, well, not speaking of Kelly Oubre, but rookies that we were talking about earlier, Johnny Furphy's checked into the game for the first time. Another Australian. So a lot of Aussies in this game in particular. Scoot Henderson knocks down another 3. He was so good in the first quarter, and he's just continuing his good work in this second quarter. And Time Lord gets a 3rd foul. And Chet is going back to the foul line as Chet Holmgren knocks down 2. So Alex Sarr obviously only played about 30 seconds in the first quarter. I think he's been okay so far in his rookie season, not averaging a double-double or anything, but I think he's averaging more than 2 blocks a game. Time Lord's still in the game, so it looks like Alex Sarr going to be playing power forward, guarding Chet. Although Chet isn't... Actually, Wiggins is playing power forward because Dunston's not in the game. I'm getting distracted. Dyson Daniels misses, and Alex Sarr gets his first rebound of the game. Handles it the entire way up the court, gets the and 1. Daniels did a good job sort of staying with him. But that is a good finish by Alex Sarr. He's going to try and knock down the free throw, which he does. I think Alex Sarr's probably like an honorary Australian because he did spend time in the NBL, obviously playing for the Perth Wildcats, who I think multi-time NBL champions, as Chet Holmgren just steps out of bounds, suffering from a bit of Zionitis. As I was saying, the NBA Cup, it's not split into conferences, but it is split into 2 groups of 18, as there are 36 teams in the NBA now. As Scoot Henderson gets another bucket. He has 17, almost half of the Blazers' points. But I think everybody in those groups, so they'll play everybody once. There's 17 group games. And Scoot's going to go to the foul line once again. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is fouled. Or he is fouling Scoot Henderson. And this is the OKC schedule coming up. 2 tough games, one against the Celtics, one against the Knicks. Knocks the second down. Gives the Portland Trail Blazers a 4-point lead with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Chet trying to get inside on Alex Sarr, doesn't. Finds Wiggins on the perimeter. He knocks down the 3. Cuts it back to a 1-point game. J-Dub has been pretty quiet so far. He's missed a couple of dunks. I think he's knocked down a jumper or 2. Takes the long 2 this time. Misses again. Sarr gets the rebound. Kicks it out to Kamara. Finds Josh Green on the inside. And he gets the 5-point lead now for the Blazers. Chet Holmgren coming to set the screen. Oubre gets inside. Finishes strong with the right hand. He's been very good this quarter. Shaden Sharp been pretty quiet today. He's done a few little good things, but not as outstanding as Scoot Henderson. And Alex Sarr with a finish inside. He won't be a 20-point per game scorer or anything in his career. I find that highly unlikely. But he'll definitely be at some point a double digits rebound and, you know, a 2.5, 3 blocks a game kind of guy. I think he's going to be that good. But he may prove me wrong with his offensive work as Kelly Oubre gets another bucket inside. Good find by Chet Holmgren. Scoot Henderson looking to break down Kelly Oubre. Screen is set by Kamara. Scoot Henderson, another 3. Can't hit this one. Just under 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. J-Dub gets inside. Gets the layup to go. 45 plays 44. And Scoot Henderson, he's taken a lot of shots so far in this game. I don't want to say he's been the best player on the court, because I think there's other players that have been more efficient, but he's got the most points. After the Blazers timeout, they inbound the ball to Alex Sarr in the corner. Screen set up top by PJ Washington. Shaden Sharp drives to the basket. Chet Holmgren, actually it's Herb Jones, excuse me, gets his second foul. Shaden Sharp going back to the foul line to potentially extend the lead to 3. Sharp makes good on his free throws, knocks down both. And the Blazers, Chet Holmgren, you're better than that, son. Great play by Bradley Beal, not a known defender, but finds PJ Washington in transition. Gets the lead now to 5. J-Dub getting to the rim. He has the lane. He's stripped by Risa Shea. Good couple of possessions for the Blazers. Bradley Beal gets inside. Excellent finish over Dyson Daniels. And Bradley Beal's actually averaging more points than I thought he was. I thought he was around 16, 17 a game. But it looks like he's just under 20. 19.3 to be exact. Chet Holmgren has PJ Washington on him. Dyson Daniels has the Bradley Beal matchup. Herb Jones at the top of the key. Misses the three. Alex Sarr with the rebound. And the Blazers get another easy bucket inside via Zachary Risa-Shea. 9-point game. And the Thunder fans growing a little impatient as we're into the last minute of the first half here in this NBA Cup fixture. J-Dub takes the three, misses. PJ Washington gets the rebound. Bradley Beal finds Shaedon Sharpe, drives on J-Dub and dunks all over him. A.J. Dunston comes, sets the screen. J-Dub puts up the little floater. Another missed shot for J-Dub. Shaedon Sharpe has the outlet pass from Zachary Risa-Shea. Not the best spacing. He's just dribbled into a hole. Seems to recover it. He's got the A.J. Dunston matchup on the perimeter, which is quite friendly, because A.J. Dunston is a little heavy-footed. And that is the end of the first half, as Shaedon Sharpe misses the three at the end. 55 plays 54. Excuse me, 55 plays 44, as the Blazers lead the Thunder in enemy territory. Halftime has come, and Kelly Oubre is leading the way for the Thunder, even though he has only taken 4 shots and played 6 minutes. He has 9 points, but I think that says more about his teammates than it does about him. J-Dub, 19 minutes leading the way for the Thunder. 4 of 10 from the field. He's sort of forcing things a little bit, so that 4 of 10 isn't great. He hasn't knocked down any of his threes. He's missed a free throw. It does have 8 points, 4 boards, 2 assists. Also has a turnover to his name. A.J. Dunston didn't really contribute anything meaningful that quarter. Chet Holmgren has been pretty good, although he has been limited by foul trouble a little bit. Does have 4 points, 4 boards, 4 assists and a block. Does have 2 turnovers, which is a little disappointing. But the rest of the team has kind of been a letdown, especially Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's only played the 4 minutes. He's in foul trouble and has a -8 on his plus-minus. So yeah, a little bit of a shock to the system for the Thunder. But if we have a look at the Blazers, Scoot Henderson off the bench, 18 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 7 of 14 from the field, 3 of 6 from deep, 1 of 2 from the foul line. Although he is recording a -2 on the plus-minus, which is quite funny. Zachary Risa-Shea has been incredible, 10 points, 2 boards, 1 steal, 5 of 6 from the field. Shaedon Sharpe, also very good. Bradley Beal has been a surprise. Alex Sarr, when on the court, has been very good. PJ Washington hasn't missed. Neither has Josh Green. Time Lord, 2 steals and a block. You can't complain about that, but has missed both of his shots so far. And Jabari Walker, Chris Murray and Kamara have also played minutes, as well as Johnny Furphy has played 1 minute. But if we have a look at the total game here, 3-point shooting has been even, second chance points has been even, but apart from that, it's been all Blazers so far, which is even more impressive considering it's an OKC home game. I've been very impressed. I've been impressed with both teams, to be honest, with certain players. But, you know, the Blazers, the baby Blazers, they're doing very well. But, you know, it's a close, I mean, it's not a particularly close game at this point in time, but the Thunder, definitely the better team and have vast experience through the likes of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and, you know, Westbrook, you know, Kevin Love. So they know how to win, but sometimes it's just your night, and the Blazers just might be having one of those nights today. Let's find out how the rest of the game goes in the second half. Second half underway, and I believe starters for both teams are now in. Shai, who's been pretty quiet so far, has only played a handful of minutes. Dyson Daniels finds A.J. Dunston, who I thought was going to launch a 3, but doesn't. Finds Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who gets to the rim, pulls up. He had a layup and he chose to pull up outside the key, but Whatever floats your boat, Shea. Bradley Beal. Been pretty good so far. Alex Sarr is the defender. Beal gets inside. Shea cannot help himself. Gets another foul. That's 3 now. I think it's 3 fouls in 4 minutes. Herb Jones is going to kick in. And Dyson Daniels is going to have to take over. At point guard is Bradley Beal. Makes his free throw. It's now a 14-point game to the favor of the Baby Blazers. Dyson Daniels finds Herb Jones. Chet Holmgren's all by himself, but he sets a screen instead. Rolls to the basket, and that's a good find by Herb Jones. Chet Holmgren only has the 6 points so far. We'll be looking to compete a little bit stronger in the second half. Bradley Beal for 3 on the other end. Can't get it to go. Chet gets the other rebound. Herb Jones trying to get inside. Can't get past Bradley Beal. J-Dub finds Dyson Daniels. And Dunston's going to set a strong screen. Daniels trying to get inside. Can't. Pulls up at the elbow. Misses on this occasion. Alex Sarr gets the rebound. Takes the ball all the way up to the opposition 3-point line. Shaden Sharp finds PJ Washington. Swings it to Bradley Beal. Pulls up for 3. Misses again. So 2 missed 3s in the quarter for Bradley Beal so far. Just something to be mindful of. Herb Jones. Oh, Dunston. Big mismatch. Little jump hook over Bradley Beal. Cuts it back to 10. Alex Sarr trying to get inside. Good defense by Dunston. Sarr gets the offensive rebound though. Bradley Beal gets a good find by PJ Washington, but he misses again. Chet Holmgren with another rebound. Running the break. Goes all the way. Draws the foul on Alex Sarr. Just his second of the game. But Chet Holmgren going to go to the foul line. Blazers call a quick timeout. PJ Washington, quick give and go with Risa Shea. Kicks it back out to him as he figured, you know what, I actually can't take on Chet Holmgren as my defensive assignment. Shaden Sharp covered by Herb Jones. Takes the 3, misses. Dunston and Holmgren race for the rebound. Ends up with Dunston, who then gives it up to Holmgren. Passes off to Daniels. And now Jones is covered by Risa Shea. J-Dub coming to set the screen. Jones trying to get to the bucket. Doesn't. Actually, he does a very good job. And it's now down to a 2-possession game. Dyson Daniels, who's had to step up in the absence of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander due to foul trouble, gets to the rim, can't get it to go. PJ Washington secures the rebound. And Dyson Daniels 1 for 6 so far. I knew he'd missed a few shots. I didn't think it was that bad. Chet Holmgren right out on the perimeter guarding Bradley Beal. Not ideal by any means. Alex Sarr rolls to the basket, gets the assist. Bradley Beal gets the assist off that pass. And it's now back to double digits. As Holmgren has a bit of a mismatch on PJ Washington size-wise. Dunston has it at the foul line. Hands off to Dyson Daniels, trying to get inside. Can't at this stage. Dunston in the mid-range, just banks it in. He is not a mid-range shooter whatsoever. But the Thunder will take it. Zachary Risa-Shea trying to get by. J-Dub does. Both teams just trading buckets at this stage. And Risa-Shea, 12 points in 14 minutes. Has been very efficient. Bradley Beal just got left behind there. Left for dead. Chet Holmgren, long 2. Knocks it down again. Back to an 8-point game. Bradley Beal gets the ball from Shaden Sharp. Knocks down the 3. And finally, something other than a 2 goes down. And it's now back out to what it was at halftime, 11 points. J-Dub guarded by Risa-Shea. Strong screen by Dunston. Williams tries to shoot it over the backboard. Gets blocked by Risa-Shea. Baseline play. Dunston has it. Chet is down low by himself. Williams in the corner with 4 seconds. Covered by Josh Green. Goes for the layup, gets his own rebound, dunks it down. Guarding Bradley Beal, drives, puts up the little floater, knocks it down. That's NBA experience right there. And I've just seen a stat. Bradley Beal, 22 points a game on the road with a 28.5 PER. That is quite amazing, to be honest. J-Dub can't secure the offensive rebound off his miss as Josh Green. Actually, he's going to go all the way. He had a layup. What are you doing? Oh, my Lord. Just take the layup, mate. Anyway, ball finds Westbrook. Chet Holmgren with the screen. Westbrook with the lob. Doesn't fly. Henderson in transition. Is held up by Dunston. PJ Washington kicks out to Bradley Beal. Knocks down the three. Back out to a 14-point game. And Bradley Beal is 19. He's been very good, including 11 in the quarter. Ball ends up with Wiggins. Tries to go through Bradley Beal's arms. Can't. Dunston has it down low. Little drop step. Gets it to go. Old-fashioned post move there. He's been very good so far. They probably, instead of trying to shoot threes, should probably go to Dunston a little bit more. But we'll see how the game plays out. Scoot Henderson getting inside is fouled by Westbrook and one. Scoot's going to go to the foul line. Misses the free throw. Kevin Love secures the rebound. Outlets to Wiggins. What's the play here? Ball finds Chet on the elbow. Kelly Oubre sets the screen. Herb Jones fading. Knocks down another three. And again, back to an 11-point game. Can't seem to get past this 11-point game. Great hands by Chet Holmgren. Josh Green turns it over for the Blazers. Herb Jones. What are you waiting for? Finds Chet at the elbow. Herb Jones in sort of mid-range territory. Goes with the right hand. He has 11 on the game. He's been very good. He's knocked down quite a few jumpers. He's played good defense. It's really all you can want out of those kind of players as Scoot Henderson. As soon as I said he's playing good defense, knocks down a three in Herb Jones' face. Gets it back out to 12. Chet faces up. Gets Williams in the air. Can't finish. This is now under a minute to go in the third. Bradley Beal has possession, guarded by Kelly Oubre. Time Lord sets a screen. Beal for three. Can't get it to go, but they get the offensive rebound. Nobody picks up Jabari Walker, and that is too good a playmaking by Bradley Beal. Not a sentence I thought I would say. So it's now a 14-point game with 35 seconds to go in the third. Herb Jones gives it to Holmgren. Time Lord. Another good defensive play and another rebound. Very good work by the Blazers. Time Lord now being guarded by Holmgren, and that is not his forte, offense. Good at dunking. That's about it. As Josh Green knocks down the three. Biggest lead of the game now, 17 points. And there's likely one possession to go in this quarter. As Chet Holmgren has Time Lord out on an island, gets in the paint, finishes as Time Lord. That's his fourth foul. Furphy checks back in. Holmgren is going to want to knock down this free throw. Does, to keep his team in with a fighting chance in the fourth quarter. Scoot Henderson from half court. Not for the second time in a video, somebody hit a half court shot. As the Blazers lead by 14 at three-quarter time. Stat time at three-quarter time. Chet Holmgren leading the way for the Thunder. 13, 7, and 5, steal and a block to his name. 4 of 8 from the field. It's been pretty good. He's knocked down his free throws as well. He's 5 of 5 from the line. All you can want really out of your center. If he can knock down a few threes as well, that would probably put the Thunder in a better position. But Herb Jones also been very good. 11 points on 5 of 6 shooting. 3 assists to his name as well. He's also made a 3. A.J. Dunston in 19 minutes has 11 points, 5 boards, a block, 5 of 6 shooting once again. 1 or 2 from the foul line, which, sometimes you miss free throws. J-Dub, 5 of 14 is not fantastic. Kelly Oubre is 4 of 4 again, mainly from the first quarter. I don't think he's scored since, actually. Dyson Daniels has been everything apart from his shooting's been really good. Wiggins has played 21 minutes, which I didn't notice. He was out there for 21 minutes. Kevin Love, in the minutes he's played, has been good. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been really disappointing. Has 3 fouls in 5 minutes. Like, do better. Westbrook's been okay, has 2 turnovers. And then everybody else has not really played any minutes. And if we have a look at the Blazers, Scoot Henderson leading all scorers with 23 points. Bradley Beal not far behind on 19. Zachary Risache, 12 points, 2 boards, steal and a block, 6 to 7 shooting. Been very impressive so far. Shaedon Sharpe only has the 2 field goals, but does have 10 points thanks to his 6 to 6 from the foul line. And Alex Sarr has been very impressive as well in the minutes he's played. Final quarter underway in this NBA Cup fixture. And I want both teams to go all out because point difference matters. Scoot Henderson for 3. Knocks down another one. 17-point game. Or 17-point lead for the Blazers. As Scoot has 26. Leading all scorers. J-Dub trying to get by Josh Green. Doing a very good job defensively. And there's a wild Taj Gibson outside. Look out. What is that? That is awful. Who put him in the game? Trying to get to the basket. Finds Johnny Furphy. Finds his fellow Australian. Misses the 3, unfortunately. Dyson Daniels misses, or gets the rebound, excuse me. And it looks like the Thunder have just put the I give up. Can we get this game over with lineup in? Kelly Oubre swings it to Dyson Daniels. Taj Gibson fading. Knocks it down? What on earth is going on? Furphy gives the ball to Scoot. He just pulls up. Knocks down another 3. And Scoot Henderson is going off. Herb Jones does a good job defensively. J-Dub bringing the ball up for the Thunder. We need someone to inspire. I don't know who it's going to be. Dyson Daniels, is it you? No, it's not. Not with that shot, at least. Pulls up. I think it's a foot on the line. Doesn't matter. Missed opportunity for the Blazers to extend the lead again. Kelly Oubre gets the rebound, gets inside, gets fouled. He's going to go to the foul line. Only 1 for 2 at the line for Kelly Oubre. One of the most handsome men in the NBA, has to be said. Yeah, side note. That is a great find by Scottie Pippen Jr. This Time Lord gets another easy basket under the rim. And it's a 17-point lead. Dunston finds Daniels out on the perimeter. Daniels, another 3 taken. It's another missed opportunity for the Thunder. I think he's 1 for 9 now. He should probably ease up on the shooting. Oh, that is too good by Scoot Henderson. Dunston fouls out of pity. And Henderson going back to the foul line. Just the one at the line for Scoot. Dyson Daniels is exhausted. Mainly because Shai hasn't done his job and stayed out of foul trouble. So Dyson Daniels has had to play an unnatural amount of minutes. Even though the quarters are actually shorter than, normal. Kelly Oubre gets inside once again. He now has 12. Cuts the lead back to 16. 6 minutes to go in the final quarter. Alex Sarr not going to hand off to Risache. Actually does hand off to Risache. Goes up with the left hand. And just the soft touch gets it to go. Speaking of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's finally in the game. We're finally going to see him play. Dyson Daniels, however, is still out there. And Shai gets inside. Finally scores. And he's celebrating like he's hit a game winner. Free throw made for SGA. Now a 15-point game. I think all the starters are out there now. Bradley Beal just trying to break down SGA. A pretty tough task. Bradley Beal pulls up. Can't get it to go. Chet gets the rebound. Aaron Wiggins, I think he's in there for Dyson Daniels. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Chet Holmgren kind of gets in his way. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets to the rim. It's a foul on Bradley Beal. And he won't mind that. It's only his first foul. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander needs to take all the opportunities he can. Knock down his free throws to keep his team in it. Which he does do. Knocks down both. 13-point game. 13 is an unlucky number for some. Others find great comfort in it. Although we're not really near Halloween at any point on the schedule, so I'm not really sure why I'm bringing it up all that much. Anyway, Bradley Beal for 3. Misses. Chet gets another rebound. Finds Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Is covered by PJ Washington. Brings it back out. He has the right side of the court all to himself. Pulls up for 3. Goes in. He sat with splinters in his bum the entire game, meaning he is pretty well rested at this point. So he should be able to just drive past anybody he likes. Risa Shea trying to get inside, gets his own rebound off the miss. Shaedon Sharpe tries to go to the return 3, misses. Dunston gets the rebound. Holmgren gives it to the hot hand in Shea. Gives it back to Holmgren. Dunston's all by himself. We're now into single digits, as OKC only trail by 8. And the Blazers have called timeout. Coming out of the timeout, Bradley Beal has been trusted with possession. He gives it to Alex Sarr. He's been guarded pretty well by Dunston. There's a back cut. Beal. Shea didn't challenge the shot. He didn't want to get another foul, so he just gave him the layup. Figured he can make up the 10 points in 3.5 minutes. Tries to drive to the rim. Gets Dunston inside. Those are the 2 points right back. And that is what Dunston is good at. Getting the ball, jumping vertically, finishing strong. Have the Thunder given themselves enough time to mount the comeback? Or are the Blazers just in time? Beal pulls up for 3, knocks it down. Gets it back to an 11-point game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a lot of responsibility after missing the majority of the first 3 quarters. Pulls up in the mid-range, knocks it down. Brings the lead to 9. The Thunder are playing full court defense, which I don't necessarily mind. It is risky, but you get opportunities to potentially stop the ball, but you get opportunities to provide easy baskets if they can get past your trap. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander driving by, gets inside, blocked out of the sky by Alex Sarr. Thunder ball on the baseline. Dunston going to be the inbounder. Finds Chet in the corner, ball is dumped into Daniels down low. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander covered by Bradley Beal. It's another foul, this time on Beal. And Sarr did the right thing by blocking the shot at the same time, meaning he has to get his points the hard way at the foul line. 1 for 2 at the line for Shai. That could be the difference between winning and losing this game. Shaedon Sharpe just gets by everybody far too easily. Gets another bucket. And with 2 minutes to go, less than 2 minutes to go, the Blazers are up 12. And a few of the Thunder fans have already gone home. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just trying to put the moves on him. Bradley Beal doesn't draw another foul, concedes another foul. It's his 3rd of the quarter. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander going back to the foul line to try and bring this Thunder team back into the game. 9 points, 1.5 minutes to go. With more just under 2 minutes to go. The Thunder need to play perfectly from here. Ball is swung by Shaedon Sharpe to Josh Green. Dyson Daniels playing very tight coverage so far. Good defense by Chet. Got to secure the rebound. They do. Daniels is in the paint. Swings up to J-Dub. I don't know why I said he was in the paint. Cuts the lead down to 7. Hasn't been anywhere near 7 for a long time. Shaedon Sharpe finds Bradley Beal, who is covered by Shai. Josh Green. The Blazers don't need to rush. They've got time on their side. That's a foul by J-Dub. That's not what you want to do. But it's only his first foul. And the Blazers call timeout. Sharp knocks down both his free throws. Thunder call timeout. Both teams only have one timeout each left. Oh, that was a risky play, but it works. 7-point game, minute to go. Minute 5 to be exact. Dyson Daniels hasn't been good offensively, but is a very good perimeter defender. Risa Shea looks like he's picked up an injury. The injury report looks like it's just a 1 to 2 weeker. Shouldn't be anything too serious. Misses the shot though, as Chet Holmgren gets the rebound, finds Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, pulls up in the mid-range, knocks down the jumper. 5-point game, 38.7 seconds to go. And there's a foul by Shai. I don't know why he fouled. He's got 4 fouls and he needs to stay in the game. Bradley Beal's going to go to the foul line though. And they're going to hope for some misses. And there is a miss. Bradley Beal, can he hit the second free throw? He does. 6-point game, 37 seconds to go. Do you go for the 2 or do you go for the 3? What do the Thunder do? They go inside. Shai gets the bucket. 4-point game. With just under 30 seconds to go. And Shai fouls out with 23 points. A lot of those in this fourth quarter. And is that the end of the Thunder's chances? As Bradley Beal knocks down the first free throw. Knocks down the second as well. And the Thunder use their final timeout. Inbound to Williams. Gets inside. Can't finish. Risa Shea is fouled by J-Dub. And I reckon the Thunder are done. Risa Shea is injured, to be fair. So we don't know if he's going to be able to shoot his free throws at 100%. But he knocks down the first. And knocks down the second. The Thunder have no timeouts left. And it's an 8-point game. They need to shoot some threes. Chet from deep. Misses. They can't get the offensive rebound. And the Blazers score again. Because it is NBA Cup, so they may as well. But Daniels gets the steal. Pulls up from behind half court. Hits the rim. And the Blazers hold off the final stretch from the Thunder to secure, I think it was a 101 point win. Very good play for both teams. And Bradley Beal was your 2K player of the game today. I'm surprised it wasn't Scoot Henderson, to be fair. But, you know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander played well for about 10 minutes. But that's all he needed to put his impact on the game. Ended up with 23. Bradley Beal, I don't know how much he ended up with. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 23 points in 11 minutes. 20 of those points came in the fourth quarter in 6 minutes. Had an assist in that time. 7 of 8 from the field. 1 of 1 from deep. 5 of 6 from the foul line. He led the way for the Thunder. A.J. Dunston in 26 minutes had 15, 6 and 1. Had a block, 7 of 8 from the field. Chet Holmgren was very good. J-Dub was pretty inefficient, missed a whole handful of shots. Kelly Oubre and Herb Jones were very good, but Dyson Daniels, 1 of 10 from the field, 1 of 5 from deep. Was very good on the rebounds and the steals as well, but just not his best work. But Scoot Henderson, 30 points, 11 of 19 from the field, 6 of 10 threes. As I said, I'm surprised he didn't get player of the match. Bradley Beal did, 27 points, 3 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, 9 of 19 from the field, 4 of 9 from deep, 5 of 6 from the foul line. He really secured the win in the end for the Blazers. Shaedon Sharpe was also very good, as was Risa Shea. Alex Sarr wasn't bad defensively, had a bit of foul trouble early. Josh Green played some pretty clutch defense, knocked down some shots as well. Time Lord was very good in the minutes he played as well. And I was right, 109 plays 101, and the victory is secured by the Portland Trail Blazers. And they shot very well, 11 threes to 6. Will make quite the difference. Also shooting more free throws, sort of something that we stress in our Lakers My GM series. If you hit more threes and you hit more free throws than the opposition, you will more than likely win. That last quarter, let's have a look at those last quarter stats. 33 to 27. They were 18 points to 10 in the paint, but just couldn't hang on, unfortunately, and get the win. But the biggest lead of the game was 18, and it was down within 4, I think, with about 90 seconds to go. So, you know, that last 90 seconds, had Gilgeous-Alexander not fouled out, could have gone either way. But a very impressive game to be showcased today. So another NBA Cup loss for the Thunder as they move to 5-4 on the season. If we try and find the Trailblazers, they are also 4-4. I think what we're going to do is we're going to simulate forward to the end of November. So we're going to skip forward just about 3.5 weeks into the season. We'll see how it all plays out. Risache got the injury pop-up, as we know. We're just going to leave that as is. He's only going to be out for a little bit. And I think the rest of the simulation is just going to play out as is. Javon Carter had an injury for the Sonics. And let's have a look at the NBA standings. We're going to start out east when looking at the league standings, because as I said earlier, this video has been very Western Conference centric. And the Philadelphia 76ers, 19-2 to start the year. Brooklyn, 17-4, not far behind. Cleveland, 14-3. Detroit have lost a handful of games since we last checked in on them. They're 14-4. Orlando's 13-7. Boston, Indiana, and Miami make out the rest of the top 8. The Knicks are hanging on by a thread inside the play-in tournament there, 11-7. But if we head further down, the Bulls and the Hawks, as well as the Wizards, make the sort of the cellar dwellers of the Eastern Conference. Milwaukee have won 3 in a row. That's a little surprising. Memphis, I thought they'd be a little bit better, but they've won their last 3 and they're looking to improve, and they do have a positive point differential. They've got a better one than Miami, for example. But if we head over to the West, that is where the big boys are. There's a lot of big teams in the Western Conference right now. The San Antonio Spurs being one of them. The Rockets, the Mavericks, basically the whole of the whole of Texas. Golden State, 15-4, doing very nicely. Sacramento sitting in 5th. OKC is in 6th. Minnesota and Portland make out the top 8. The Venom and the Jazz. The Jazz are actually doing quite well. The Venom have lost their last 6. The Nuggets are starting to come back a little bit. The Sonics aren't doing too bad. The Wildcats, the Clippers, the Suns, the Lakers, and the Bullets, as well as the Kodiaks, all rebuilding. So I don't expect them to be too high up in the conferences. But for the first time in a long time, it has to be said that the East is the stronger conference. Obviously, there are quite a few expansion teams in the West, so that, you know, is not too surprising. So we've sort of diluted the West a little bit. But a lot of really good NBA talent did head out east during this offseason. And if we have a look at the league leaders, Anthony Edwards of the Timberwolves is leading the way scoring-wise. There's actually quite a distance between him and Luka for points per game leaders. He's leading with 35.1 points per game. Luka Doncic at just a touch under 32. But he's also averaging 13 rebounds and just under 17 assists. I dare say that will drop over time. But, you know, 18 games is, you know, out of 82, a relatively small sample size. Jalen Brunson also averaging over 30 points per game, as is Victor Wembanyama. Lauri Markkanen for the Sonics, averaging just under 30 points a game, as is Cade Cunningham, Paolo Banchero, Kyrie Irving, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Steph Curry round out the top 10. Rebounds-wise, it's Wemby that's leading the way. Josh Hart is in second, which is great because he's 6'4". Anthony Davis in third for the 76ers. All these guys averaging above 15 boards a game. Sabonis, Mobley, Doncic, Embiid, Duren, Zubac, and Giannis round out the top 10. And in terms of assists, Doncic leading the way with 16.8 a game, which is just ridiculous. Tyrese Halliburton, Toby Trapp, who is doing a very good job in his rookie campaign in terms of an individual perspective. Isn't shooting the ball particularly well from three, but that's not really his game. But 56% from the field. His work at the foul line could be a little bit better, but his work defensively and offensively, obviously, is very good. But then you got Chris Paul, back on the Clippers, LeBron James on the Nets, Josh Giddey providing some really good playmaking on the Pistons, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, as we covered, Jokic on the struggling Nuggets. Hopefully that can be turned around a little bit. Darius Garland and Trae Young on the Rockets. In terms of steals, it's tight competition for the top 10. Toby Trapp and Koulibaly, the Wizards' backcourt, are tied at 2.6 steals a game. Koulibaly also having a very good season, averaging 23 and 7, as well as 3 assists, 2.6 steals, 1.5 blocks. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Bronny James, of all people, averaging 2.3 steals a game. Jokic getting some steals. Larry Nance getting some steals. Dyson Daniels, Jaren Jackson Jr., Beerball Paul, and Kawhi Leonard. And finally for blocks, Wemby, Anthony Davis, Walker Kessler, all averaging above 3 blocks a game. Derek Lively, the second. Mo Bamba, Evan Mobley, Porzingis. Is that Draymond? Draymond's getting 2.4 blocks a game. Rudy Gobert and Chet Holmgren round out the top 10 for blocks. And lastly, the rookie report. Junior Justice, 20 games through, 27.8 points per game, 7 boards, 6 assists, just under 2 steals and over 1.5 blocks a game, shooting 60% from the field. 3-pointers not great, but that will develop over time. Dunston, 23 and 12 has been really good. Trapp, we've covered. Reed Shepherd, 14 and 10 has been really good. Zach Edey, sort of the fifth option on the Sixers, averaging 14 and 10. Jared McCain on the Nuggets, getting 14 a game. Dalton Connect on that bad Lakers team, not doing too bad. Stephon Castle in that backcourt with Reed Shepherd. And then we've got Reece Shea, Alex Sarr, and Bronny James as well. Dillingham getting, almost 9 points a game in 12 minutes is really good. Obviously, the Bulls have James Harden and Derrick Rose in that backcourt, and sort of in the point guard positions. So he's sort of fighting for minutes at this point. In terms of rebounds, I dare say that is Dunston, which it is. Toby Trapp, Bronny James, and Reed Shepherd lead the way for assists. Steals is Toby Trapp, blocks is Dunston, Sarr, and Edey, all getting above 2 blocks a game. And I'm very happy with how this rookie class has developed. In terms of the Eastern Conference, because I think I want to do 2 Eastern Conference games next time. So I will probably do a Philadelphia game, depending on who they're playing. I wouldn't mind watching Detroit, although we did cover Detroit in the Summer League, so we might leave them to a little bit later. We've done Brooklyn. Cleveland could be interesting. But we might also see someone a little bit further down. So let's have a look at some of the Eastern Conference teams. I know we've got San Diego and the Wizards here, although San Diego are a Western Conference team, but they are playing the Wizards. There's also Wizards Miami here. We could do that game. But there's also this Sixers Wizards game here. We can do that. And then I wanted to know who the Knicks or the Celtics are playing. Have they got any good games coming up? They've got the Raptors. Is that the same day? It's not the same day. No, it is the same day. That is a shame. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do this December 13th 76ers Wizards game. And then later down the line, the next game will be this Celtics Hawks game on December 19th, which is in Atlanta, which is also an NBA Cup game. So I think that will be very interesting. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching up until this point. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I haven't said it before in a video, I'm going to say it now. Thank you so much for 600 subscribers on the channel. It really does mean a lot. And, I'm not going to try and put a goal on when 700 will come, because, that is something that, that'll come whenever it comes. But I just wanted to say a quick thank you for, subscribing and following the series and all of my series and all of my stuff over the years. It does mean a lot. Until next time, guys, I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys then. Bye.